The watch that you're currently looking at is a men's Tag Heuer, which is part of the Carrera series. Throughout this video, we're going to be giving a hands-on instructions on how to use all the great features of this watch. Alright, so let's begin by discussing the movement of the watch, which is an automatic chronograph caliber 16. This means that just by wearing the watch, it will automatically wind itself. However, if you haven't worn the watch for a while, it may start to lose time. So you can either start wearing the watch again or manually wind it. We suggest that you buy a watch winder, so whenever you're not wearing it, you could keep it on the watch winder, and then whenever you need it, you can just grab it and it'll still be with keeping perfect time. So a great feature of this automatically winding watch is that there is no battery required. Alright, this is the crown. The function of the crown is to enables you to change the time, date, and to wind the watch. So since it's an automatic winding watch, it needs to be winded in order to work properly. This particular crown is a push down crown. It keeps out all the water as long as it's pushed in completely. In order to properly wind the watch, all you have to do is rapidly turn the crown upwards. Like so. This will wind the movements of the watch. In order to change the date or the time, all you do is pull out gently. To change the date, you just pull out once gently and you turn it up, and you will see that the date is changing. In order to change the time, you pull out one more time gently. You'll hear a click, and then you can either turn upwards or downwards to get your desired time to get it. Now, when you're done changing the time, remember, it's really important to push it back in completely, because that will ensure that your watch will remain waterproof. And now for the use of the chronographs. The left-hand chronograph measures seconds. It constantly moves. You don't have to activate it for the timer. It's always there. It's like instead of a second hand. The other two dials are only activated when the timer is in use. So if you press down the top button on top of the crown, the timer is activated. As so, you see that the second hand starts moving. If you're timing a very short time period, then all you will be using will be the second timer. If the period is slightly longer, then like up to maybe like 30 minutes, then you're going to be using the top chronograph as well. If it's beyond that, beyond half an hour, you can also use the chronograph on the bottom that measures up to 12 hours. Now, if you're done timing your time, you press the top button again to stop it and to pause it. And if you want to continue to time another thing, you can press it again and it will continue. And you press it again to stop it also. When you're done timing and you want to clear the timer, you press the button on the bottom of the crown, and it resets all the chronographs. It's really simple to use. If you're a little bit confused about it, just rewind the video and watch it again, and you'll understand it. Okay, for the tachometer to use it. In order to time the speed of a moving object over a fixed distance traveled, you're going to use the tachometer feature on this watch. So for example, if you want to see the average speed a car takes to travel 1 mile, what you would do is you press down the top button when the car starts driving, and when the car is done, the mile, you'll press it down again, and let's just pretend it's driving a little bit longer. It takes a while to drive a mile. So let's say it's done driving the mile, you press stop. Whichever number the second hand is pointing to, that's how fast the car averages to drive that mile or that distance. So right now it's pointing to the 300. It's a little bit impossible for a car to drive 300 miles per hour for a whole mile, but let's just use our imagination over here. So you can use the tachometer to time any fast moving vehicles. The clasp is a push button deployment, so what you do is you would squeeze together the two buttons on top, one here and one over here, and voila, you've opened your watch. So now you can put it on much easier, or just slip it right on. Now to close it, you just click it back into place, and that's it. This is a really beautiful and functional watch. It's quite easy to operate, and if you're looking for something that's stylish and sleek, then this is a watch for you.